Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to episode 12 of this war of mine. Over the course of today's episode, we will upgrade the heater. That's right. Oh, we've been raided. And we used 5 ammunition, didn't steal anything, and we were able to defend ourselves. Okay, so very good. And we brought back 3 more ammunition from our trip, so that's very good. And as I was saying, over the course of today's video, we will upgrade the heater to the improved heater. We'll do some more bits and pieces around the shelter to improve quality of life and get us towards mid-game before the weather starts turning. You'll see it's plus 14 degrees Celsius at the moment. It's no longer red. It is now actually cold. And this is the temperature where you do need to start worrying about their health. Because if it gets cold, the chances of illness and everything else will go up significantly. Now, what we also need is we need food. We need food desperately. We've got some very hungry peeps, and we have 1 piece of food. So, we're going to have to... Everyone's very hungry. This is where everything starts to get a little bit more difficult. Oh, magic. We've got 2 more food. That is a lifesaver. Okay, Bruno, go and get that sorted. There we go. That gives us 2 more food. Lifesaver. There are 4 of us, of course. We'll have to do with what we've got, won't we? And hope we can survive. Okay, so we'll use our rotten food. We've still got plenty of it. We've got 5 left. Again, more bait. So go up, and the next thing we need to do, of course, is cook. And hope for a trader as well. That's another thing. We need to hope for a trader. So we do have 1 filter, so let's make some water. And probably advisable to make another filter as well. Let's get the radio on as well. So some classical music playing. Lovely stuff. Bruno's busy making that water filter. We will get him to go and cook once he's done. Or get him to go and make something before the food. I mean, we can probably get to the end. Oh, well, I said it, and here he is. So, tradey, life-saving tradey. Okay, we can build what we were looking for now. Not the herbal garden, we've already got one. But we can look... No, sorry, we haven't got the herbal garden. We've got the medicine one. But what we also need to make is the pure alcohol distiller as well, so we can start making our own bandages. But let's see what the trader has, and let's rinse this for everything that we can possibly get, because we do need a lot of stuff. Okay, so we've got some valuables. That's good. We can get that traded. And let's see what we can pick up. Well, there's food there. There's canned food. Mainly we're going to want like components and bits and pieces, but really we want to get as much trade out of this as we possibly can. So we've got some pure alcohol there. That's good. So that will allow us to make some bandages. Okay, it won't do try harder. That's fine. We can add something else to the mix. We've got 3 full grade medications now, but we can use one of those. So that's very generous of us. Okay, so again, let's start adding stuff. See how far we can go. Fine, we can have a deal, but you can keep on adding until you run out of components. So it won't do try harder. There we go. So get rid of 1 piece of wood. Fine, we can have a deal, and that will do. So deal, and then trade again. So you don't have to do just 1 trade. You can do as many as you want. Right, we want some of those. Let's make some of that. Okay, so the offer of yours is just too damn impressive. We can add some more stuff. So get some more of those herbs. So very generous of you. That's fine. Okay, scroll down. What else do we want? Right, some... There we go. Take those. So parts. We can always do with parts and components. Keep adding. Okay, it won't do try harder. So there we go. We know the edge of what we can get for our pills. And go deal. Okay, and again, we can get rid, or we can try and trade some more. Is there anything else that we want to trade? Is there anything else that we want to get? Potentially we could do food, but let's just go not interested and clear and send him on his merry way. He'll be back in a couple of days. Okay, so now we want to go back to, we can now build the herbal garden. So we can actually construct it now. So herbal garden, using fertilizer we can grow some herbs here and use them to make medication or cheap cigarettes. We can improve it to grow vegetables, and for that you will need a heat light. We don't have enough parts to make one at the moment, So the question is, do we build it or do we not? I leave that choice down to you. Okay, something else we can make is some fuel. So we can make fuel from books. We've got 6 books at the moment. I don't think we need 6, but that's fine. Let's deal with everyone. Is everyone tired or is everyone well slept? So Bruno's well slept, so let's get him to cook. We've got that water preparing, so how much do we currently have? We only have 5. So at the moment we can only make 1 meal. Okay, so we might as well exit and wait till that water is ready to then make 2 meals. It may even stretch to 3. We'll have to wait and see. So might as well get him to go back to the workbench and see what else we can do. Now the other thing is, of course, we could potentially lay another trap as well. Could put it upstairs. That would allow us to get more food as well. But this now is more planning. So you're now thinking about what you need to do to keep everything good over the course of the remainder of the game. So bearing in mind we're probably more than halfway through now at 26 days. Potentially we're looking at 45 days of playtime before the game ends. And you get the completion scenarios. So that's what you're kind of planning for. You want to make sure that you have everything in place to last you through. I mean, obviously another 20 days potentially, 18 days, sorry, is a long time. But let's get the improved heater made that I was talking about. It's what we wanted to do. So it heats up the shelter much more efficiently using less fuel. Now that, for the winter, when the snow comes, is quite important. So let's get it made. Okay, so she's constructing that. We haven't got anyone sleepy at the moment. Everyone that needed to sleep has slept. We're at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're about to get 4 more water. There we go. Let's go and get Marco to add another water filter that we got Bruno to make. And let's see, how many can we make now? We can make 3. Fantastic. That uses all of our remaining food. So we do need to try and get more at the end of the day. So we've got our water filter. Again, make 4 more water. And get her to add some fuel because it was getting cold. Okay, what else do we have? So we're down to 3 fuel as well, which is not great. But again, we can survive. We've got our axe. We can break up stuff in locations. And we now have our meals. So we can feed our 3 very hungry people. The improved heater, as you can see, we've added 1 piece of fuel and we're at 19 degrees Celsius because we've got that improved heater. So that, as the weather gets colder, is invaluable. Okay, again, we'll get everyone to eat. And then what we'll probably do is move towards dealing with a night. So there we go. Let's get Katia to eat as well. And that consumes all the food. So even if we are raided now, we haven't got any food to be raided. Let's get the bandages made as well, because we've got that pure alcohol. So we've got the herbs now as well. It's why I bought them. So we can get an extra set of bandages, because that's a high value trade item. Or of course it will help our guys as well. I see how that top line was off. Shelter feels almost like home. So we have improved everything quite a bit to the point where everything now is functioning reasonably well. Okay, so those bandages are nearly made. It's 5:50 in the evening, so we're nearly at the end of the day anyway. Anything else he can do? He can make 4 more cigarettes, so get those added. Get those made before we get to the evening and we go on the scavenge. And this will be it for today's video, so we will finish after we've done the scavenge. We will just end the episode because I thought we've done quite a bit. We've upgraded the heater, we've made some bandages, we've done some good trade, and you know, some of my episodes I stick 2 or 3 days in. For this one I thought I'll just do the 1 day. I do hope you're loving the series. I'm certainly loving making it for you guys and appreciate all the comments that I've had, all the tips, everything else that you guys are doing, and it's fantastic, and I love interacting with you guys as the community. So yeah, do keep it up, drop any comments you want. We'll get Roman Scavenge as always. So Bruno and Katia, they're going to sleep in bed. Marco is going to scavenge. Now we just need to decide what location. So bakery has lots of food. That's one of our primary concerns. The only problem is, of course, it involves moral decisions. And that's something that, as I've said before, in this playthrough, I want to try and remain morally solid. I don't want to do anything that's morally ambiguous. Don't want to take from people who are going through the same situation as us. Clearly, as I was editing, I didn't take out the loading section there, which I normally do. It's why you don't see them. But that's fine. It only takes a few seconds, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, right, so we use our lockpick that we brought with us because we knew this was locked. And what we do is we go and see what's in here. So, well, that's not good, is it? It's theft. Just what I was talking about. What's there? Look at that. Bullets, bullet casings and toy. Well, actually, that's nothing worth stealing anyway at the end of the day. Then what do we have here? So wood, again, not stuff that you eat, not stuff we need to steal. Oh, lots of medication. Now that would be valuable. But at the same time, we're not thieves. So let's go upstairs, have a look, see what we can find, and see if there's anything worth bringing back to the shelter. Okay, so just go through the door. We know there's people here. That's fine. We can walk past. As long as we don't interfere and steal from them, they're not going to care. That's fine. So we can go through the next door. And here we go. There's 2 piles that we can take from. So let's see what there is. Oh, two extra gunpowder, that's good, and an extra bullet, so that's not too bad. What's in this next pile? Wow, okay, so we've got a lot of resources here, so we can take quite a lot. We've got the extra gunpowder as well. Take loads of components. There we go, might as well fill up. We've got wood as well, which of course we need for fuel. So not a bad trip. Again, not great either, because food is now our biggest concern. And as we move on to the next episode, when I next publish, see, here we go, lots of food and stuff in their fridge, including vegetables. But what are you doing? Don't touch our stuff. Don't worry, we're not. We're leaving it alone, so don't worry. And as we go into the next episode, episode 13, let's see if we can solve our food crisis. Because that's exactly where we are at the moment. We are in the middle of a food crisis. But till next time, I'm Know It All Gaming. See you then.